Inch High Comic Guy here with another Comicsgate unboxing, and we have another unknown book waiting for us to read. Let's go ahead, whip out our handy dandy little razor blade, and let's see what awaits us this time. Lots of tape on this one. Oh, they went to town on the tape on this one. Come on, there you go. A little sticky. Okay. I wonder if I should start advertising this thing as an AMSR video. Alright, let's take a look at this. Got that. We have more tape. Okay. More tape requires more razor blade. Oh, something stuck to something inside. That's not good. That's just a packaging issue. Yeah, the tape. Okay, so it got taped over this. I hope there's not too much damage. Oh, there's a lot more stuff in here. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's continue getting through this tape. Someone wanted their book to be secure. Okay. Is there more tape? Nope, just residue. Okay. There we go. Big plastic sheath. So we have here 94, along with a Marvel styled card, and looks like an ash can or mini comic. All right, so we've got 94 here. To be honest, I don't remember this book. I just remembered when I saw it, it looked like an Image comic book from the 90s, and it looked like it was from Rob Liefeld. And I love me some Rob Liefeld. So what we're going to go ahead and do is shut off the camera. I'm going to read through this thing and see if the artwork is as action-packed as we remember from the 90s, but the story, hopefully, is way, way better. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. So I just got finished reading through 94 by Shelby Robertson, and I've got to say, this book is a delight. It's absolutely a comedy comic book. It is almost a parody of 1994 Rob Liefeld Totally Awesome Comics. And it just captures Extreme Studios to a T. Everything that you loved about Rob Liefeld is in this book, with, on top of that, better storytelling. Let's take a look at this, shall we? So as you read through this comic book, you discover the wacky idea behind it, and that is that our main characters are basically time-traveling assassins going back in time to fix problems created by poor decision-making made in the present. You have, right here, Rageality, we have Slam, and we have Clinton, which I can't tell if it's patterned after Bill Clinton or if it's Donald Trump, because he looks like Donald Trump, like a young Donald Trump. So I'm not sure, but it is hilarious. And what's really cool is he captures Rob Liefeld's artistic style to a T. It's really amazing. I have actually a hard time believing that he didn't time travel and get this from Rob Liefeld himself. The artwork just captures the essence of his storytelling and of his artistic abilities. I mean, look at this. You remember back in 1994, 95, the big thing that Rob Liefeld was doing is making comic books sideways. He does an entire chapter for an entire story, all told sideways, just like Rob Liefeld was doing. This is great. I had so much fun reading this comic book. So let's go down the scores. Let me put the little thing there. So there we go. Make that fit perfectly. All right. So the packaging. I'm giving the packaging a 3 out of 5. It came in a Gemini mailer, which is what we expected. It was a little bit over taped, but none of the content was destroyed, so there's no points off as far as that's concerned. The cover art is actually really, really good. I mean, Again, you want to capture 1994, you want to capture Image Comics era Rob Liefeld, this is it. I mean, this is exactly it, even down to the Wolverine knockoff character. So I'm going to give the cover art also a 4 out of 5. I mean, the cover artwork is really good, and it captures exactly what you'd be expecting from a Rob Liefeld parody book. The interior artwork, as you saw, is spot on for how Rob Liefeld was drawing back in 1994. I mean, for someone to so thoroughly and perfectly copy and emulate the artistic style of another creator is really impressive. So I'm actually going to give the interior artwork a 4 out of 5 as well. Really good job, guys. The coloring looked exactly like a comic book from the 1990s. If there was one thing that they could have done some improvements on, it would have been that. And I can't tell if it was an artistic choice or if it was just the fact that, lazy coloring just happens to... Well, okay, that's mean of me. I don't mean to say that they're being lazy with their coloring. I'm just saying that it just kind of looks like everything else, But at least there's not so much of the bisexual lighting inside of this comic book, so that's nice. But I'm going to give the coloring a 3 out of 5. It's professional level coloring throughout the entire book, and the only reason it didn't get better is because there's nothing about the coloring that really complements or enhances the artwork itself. This brings us to lettering. The lettering in the book, again, professional quality. It looks like a professional comic book, feels like a professional comic book, reads like a professional comic book, and the lettering is going to get a 3 out of 5 as well. We're not looking at Spawn quality level lettering here, but it does the job. And finally we come to the writing. And the writing's passable. I mean, there's some jokes in there. It's kind of funny. It really does, again, capture that 90s essence as far as that's concerned. What impressed me most, however, about the book is that one of Rob Liefeld's greatest strengths as a creator is his ability to tell a story visually. And that's what you get with this. You can track what's happening in the story and how characters are behaving. You can get an idea of the story going on just from the artists or just from the characters as depicted by the artist. And I gotta say, that really did impress me. I mean, not every artist can do that, and in fact a lot of artists nowadays are too lazy to do that in the mainstream over at Marvel and DC. So seeing one of our guys over here at Comicsgate succeed in doing that, that's a thumbs up right there. So yeah, this is a really great comic book. I had a lot of fun. It gets a 3.3 out of 5 stars. Wonderful quality to the book as well. I mean, this is a thick book. I don't know if you can tell. That's a thick book. And it's just really, really nice. It's kind of a stinky book. You know how you get a book from some printers and you can really smell the ink? You do definitely get that going on here. But I had a ball reading this comic book, and I highly recommend that if you have a chance to pick this up, or any books that are going to be coming out from the creator, again, that is Shelby Robertson. Any chance you have to get a book by this creator, definitely take a look at it. I think he is going to be a big name in Comicsgate because this was just a delight to read, and I had fun reading this comic book from the moment I opened it to the moment I closed it. So this is definitely a must-have.